Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to start a new chapter. The chapter is chapter 6, and this is part of geography. So we are dealing with chapter 6, which is on population. So what do you mean by population? Population is the total number of individuals which are living in a particular country. Okay. So we will look at population of India and why it changes or how it changes. So in this chapter we are going to look at three things. First will be population size and distribution. In population size and distribution we will see that what is the population size of India, okay, and about the distribution we are going to look at population density and why it changes or why it varies. Then we are going to look at the growth of the population growth and changes. So why population growth takes place or how does it change, and then we are going to look at few characteristics of population. Okay, so let's start with population size and distribution. Now in order to know about population size, okay, every 10 years census is conducted. So as per 2011 census, okay, as per census 2011, India's population stood at 121 crores, and India is second most populous country after China. So first populous country. So if you look at the countries with highest population, at first you have China, second is India. So India's population as per census 2011 stood at 121 crore. But if you look at the area of India, the area is 3.28 million square kilometer. So in this much square kilometer we have 121 crore population. But if you look at the area, then before that, so the 121 crore population is 17.4% of the world's population. So world में जितनी भी population है, okay, 18% they are in India. Okay, but if you look at the area of India is only 2.4% of world's area. So we have 17% of world population, but we have only 2.4% of the world area. So in this much small area we have so much population, and because of that India's population density is also high. Now we will look at population density later on. So now you might wonder what is census. Now census is an official enumeration of population which is done periodically. Official enumeration means officially it is held every 10 years and the names of the citizens are included. Okay, so every 10 years census is conducted. Okay, so last census took place in 2011. The next census is going to take place in 2021. So it is a document which contains the name of the individuals, their age. So it actually tells us how many people are there. Okay, so as per census 2011 there were 121 crore people. Now in India census is held every 10 years. And if you look at the census, so this practice was started by the Britishers long back, and in 1871 first census was conducted. This was an incomplete census because certain people were excluded from it. In 1881 first complete census was conducted in India. Okay, and from there on the practice continued, and after independence the government set up authority and then census were conducted every 10 years. So clear about census? Now after doing about census, now let us move at the population density. is population density. Population density is number of people living in a particular area. Okay, so in a particular area, how many people live? Okay, so it will be number of people or number of persons, person per unit area. So it is calculated by dividing total population of particular area divided by total area. So suppose if this is a place, okay, now here 100 people are living, okay, 100 people are living, so total population will be 100, but the area is 10 kilometer. So in 1 kilometer you will say that 10 people are living. Okay, so total population divided by total area. So for country as a whole, for India, this practice was carried out, and population density of India is 382 persons per square kilometer. So in a 1 square kilometer there are 382 people who live in India. Now when I talked about the population, so do you know which state has highest population? Uttar Pradesh has highest population. Okay, Uttar Pradesh has highest population, and Lakshadweep has least population. It is less than 1 lakh. Okay, so clear about population density. So population density of India is on average for the whole country it is 382 persons per square kilometer, but it is not same for all the states. Okay, we have around 28 states in India, and then we have some union territories. Now if you look at the population density of all such states, it won't be same. Okay, on an average for country it is 382 persons per square kilometer, but for the country as a whole it is same, but for different states it is not same, and that is because of difficulty, geographical terrain, and different climatic condition. So why population density varies? It varies because of geographical terrain and climatic conditions. So in India, Bihar has highest population density, whereas Arunachal Pradesh has least. So in Bihar, there are 1102 people, 2 persons per square kilometer. So that is the population density of Bihar. So Bihar is the most populous, okay, it is the most densely populated, you can say, whereas for Arunachal Pradesh it is around 15. Okay, so for Arunachal Pradesh it is around 15, it's around actually 17, 16, 17 is there. So in case of Arunachal Pradesh there are 17 persons per square kilometer, whereas in Bihar it is 1102 persons per square kilometer. So you can see the population density, this population density, how it varies. For India it is 382 persons per square kilometer. Within India there is variation, that is because of the geographical terrain. because if you look at the Arunachal Pradesh, it comes under northeast. Now in the northeast you have mountains, you have extension of Himalayas, and you have small hills. So because of the difficult geographical terrain, living conditions become difficult, people are not able to settle there, and so it is less populated. Whereas if you go to Bihar, it is a fertile land, and so people can easily live there. Okay, so this is about population density. Now we are done with the population size and distribution. Now we will look at the second topic, which is about population growth and how population changes. This is the second part. In the initial part, we have looked at the population size and the distribution, where we looked at the density of population. That is very important. You can get a 2-mark definition on what is the population density, and then you have to quote that India's population density is 382 persons per square kilometer. In India, Bihar has highest population density, which is around 1102, whereas Arunachal Pradesh, it has least population density, which is around 70. Now, if you look at population growth and process of population change, so how does it tells us about the population growth, like whether population is increasing or whether population is decreasing. It also tells us about how process of population changes. So first, let us look at population growth. Population growth is the change in the population of a country. So there can be increase or there can be decrease as well. Okay, so change in the population of a country during a particular year. Now this change can be positive or negative. So change can be either positive or either negative. If positive change is there, it means that population is increasing. If negative change is there, then it means population is decreasing. Clear till here? Now this population change is actually measured through two ways. One is absolute, second is relative. Absolute is usually calculated in numbers, whereas relative is measured usually in terms of percentage. So if you look at in numbers, in number you can say that in 2001 and then 2011. In 2001 population was 100 crore, in 2011 population was 121 crore. So how much increase is there? 21 crore. So that is absolute change in the population. But if you look at percentage wise, in 2001 population was 100 crore, in 2011 population was 110 crore. So how much change is happening of 10%. So you can say that population from 2001 to 2011, in the between 10 years, population increased by only 10%. So there was a 10% increase in population. Okay, so that is the relative change in the population. Alright, so clear about absolute and relative change. Absolute concerns with numbers, relative concerns with percentage. So in relative you compare, you see what was the population or what was that number in the previous year, and then you compare with the present year or year which you are studying. Okay, so clear about population growth rate. After population growth rate, so you have annual growth rate, etc., that you can check in the book. Now we will look at the process of change of population. So why population changes? Now when you look at why population changes, think for a second, how can a population change? Now, there are a number of things that you have to remember. Population can change through three ways. Three things are there through which population changes. One is birth rate, death rate, death and migration. Because of all these three factors, there is change in the population. So what is birth rate? Birth rate is number of births per thousand of population. In a year. Similarly for death rate, it is number of deaths per thousand person in a year. Okay, so what is birth rate? Birth rate means in a particular year, how many people were born, how many people were born. Okay, live birth. Live means they are like when they were born, they were living, they were not dead. So birth rate means number of live births per thousand population in a particular year. Now this birth rate usually it is usually higher than death rate. But there are some countries where birth rate is falling. Okay, then comes death rate. Death rate is number of deaths per thousand persons in a particular year. It means that in a particular year, how many people died. Okay, now usually the thing is like that the birth rate is usually higher than death rate. Okay, so if birth rate is higher than death rate, then definitely population growth will be there. But if death rate is greater than birth rate, population growth will be नेगेटिव, क्योंकि लोग ज़्यादा मर रहे हैं और न्यूबॉर्न कम आ रहे हैं, तो डेफिनेटली पॉपुलेशन गिरेगी. सो यूजुअली व्हाट हैपेंस इन द कंट्रीज, इन ऑल द कंट्रीज, बर्थ रेट इज ऑलवेज ग्रेटर देन डेथ रेट. क्लियर? देन कम्स माइग्रेशन. सो व्हाट इज माइग्रेशन? माइग्रेशन इज movement of persons from one place to other. So if person move, migration is if a particular person move from rural area to urban area, or from one country to other country, or from one district to other district, or from one state to other state. So that is migration, which is movement of persons from one place to other. This can be rural to urban, or from one state to other state. So suppose you can move from Rajasthan to Gujarat, you can live there for 1 year, so you are doing a migration. Or you can go from India to Australia, or from India to US, or India to London. What you are doing, you are migration. If you are living there for a longer period of time, it will be counted as migration. Now migration can be there for a number of reasons. One is for work. Mostly migration is done for work, then for living, or for leisure. Leisure means when you want to spend 1 month in US, London for refreshment, etc., then you will say it like it, that it is a migration. Now when you look at migration, so in India migration has usually been from rural to urban area. Okay, so in India migration has been people move from rural area to urban area. So that's why in India around 36% urbanization is there. This implies that 36 or 33 between that. So it implies that in India only around from 33 to 36% of population live in urban areas, and the rest population which is around 65% of country's population lives in rural area. Clear? Now, because of the migration, there has been increase in the million plus cities. There has been increase in million plus cities. So what are million plus cities? Million plus cities are those cities which has a population of more than 1 million. 1 million means 10 lakh. So where population is more than 1 million. Now if you look at the case of India, as per census 2011, there are 53 million plus cities in India. So how much are there in India? 53 as per census 2011. Okay, now when you look at migration, now this migration is usually internal and external. Internal is from one place to other, which is rural to urban, one state to other state, which is within the country, within India. External means from one country to other country. So if a person moves from India to London, it will be counted as external migration. Okay? So I hope you're clear about migration, birth rate and death rate, because these three things leads to change in the population. So in this video, we are going to only cover this much. In the next video, we will look at further things. We are going to further cover few topics which are left here, and then we are going to look at the characteristics of population, etc. Thank you.